Okay, welcome to part 2 of your intro videos. So here we've got a question. It says, in a class of 24 boys, 16 play football, 11 play baseball, and if 2 play neither game, how many play both games? So this is a question that can definitely be answered with a Venn diagram. Okay, so let's draw a Venn diagram. Okay. And remember what I said, let's finish it off here, that's F and B. Remember what I said, you always need to start from the middle. Never ever try to put numbers from the outside in, always go inside out, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is find out what goes in F and B, or F intersects B. Well, that's the question. How many play both games? So we don't know. So we're going to put X in the intersect, okay? Because we don't know. It says 16 play football. Now, again, I hope what you're not going to do is put 16 here. That doesn't make sense because there are 2 regions making up football. So, you know, at the moment you'd be saying it's 16 plus X is how many people play football, but it's not. It should be 16. So what we need to do is change that to 16 minus X. Okay, 16 minus X plus X is equal to 16. So that means 16 is taking up those 2 regions. Okay, and the same logic for baseball. You wouldn't put 11 in that section, you would put 11 minus X. If that is not clear to anyone, you must contact me and clarify that, because you easily get this wrong if you don't understand that. Okay, now you also know that 2 people play neither game, so that's this region here. 2 people play neither game. Now what we can do is we can make an equation, okay, because all of these regions must make up 24, because the universal set must add up to 24, because there were 24 boys. So let's just do that. 16 minus X plus X plus 11 minus X plus 2 must equal 24. Okay? Now let's simplify things. On the left-hand side, we've got 16 plus 11 plus 2. What's that? That's 29. Minus an X plus an X cancel out. And then I'm just left with a minus X. Equals 24, and hopefully you can easily see that therefore X is equal to 5. Okay, so I've answered the question. I know that the amount of people that play both games is 5. You may be asked many more questions though about the Venn diagram, so the best thing to do once you know what X is actually redraw the Venn diagram with the correct numbers in there. Okay, so we've got F, B, so X is 5, which means this region here is going to be 11, and this region here is going to be 6, and this region here is going to be 2, and you can just double check you're right, because those numbers should add up to 24, so 11 plus 5 is 16, plus 6 is 22, plus 2 is 24, so I know I'm correct, because the universal set is 24 elements. Okay? So we've got problems like that, and you can extend that out into similar kinds of problems involving 3 sets, okay? So this is in senior class. All 29 students took 1 or more of biology, chemistry, or physics. So there's your 3 sets. So let's get a big Venn diagram. Make your Venn diagrams big so that you can make lots of space in each of the regions, in each of the sets. Okay, so nice, big and clear, with plenty of space in those overlaps so that you don't make any errors, okay? So we've got biology, chemistry and physics. And now, again, what we do is we start from the inside, okay? So this is how many students take all 3 subjects, and that is the question. That centre region is what you actually want to know. So we don't know that yet. So let's use a different colour. So that's X. That is what we want to know. Okay? an inside out. So now what we've got to do is work on these other intersecting regions, okay? These regions here. Don't try and do outside in, always do inside out. So let's have a look at that. We know that 10 people take biology and chemistry. So again, it's not 10 that will go in here. It's 10 minus x that will go in there. Okay, same for chemistry and physics. That will be 5 minus x. Okay, and biology and physics, 7 minus x. Okay? Right, now we can move out to the next sort of layer, if you like. So let's have a look at biology. 15 people take biology. So you've got to be really careful. What that means is this, and this. Hopefully you can see where I'm making little green dots. These regions have to add up to 15. So what must go in this region here must be 15 minus 10 minus x minus x minus 7 minus x. And be really, really careful here, guys. Okay, use brackets. If you don't use brackets, you will get this wrong. Because let's just have a look at what that's going to be. That'll be 15 minus 10 is 5. Minus 7 is minus 2. Okay, minus x is a positive x. Minus an x cancels out to nothing. Minus x is a positive x. So we get x minus 2. If you don't use bracket, you'll do this. You'll make this mistake that you always make. Not just you. Lots of students. Okay, and you'll end up with the wrong answer, because that would be minus 3x minus 2. And that can't be possible, because, you know, that would be a negative number. We know x is a positive number, so we'd end up with a negative amount in this set here. You can't have negative numbers of elements. It's not possible, okay? So just be really, really careful and make sure you use brackets so that you don't make a mistake. So what needs to go in here is x minus 2. Okay, for chemistry, it's 15, because 15 people in total take chemistry. So this time minus 10 minus x, minus x, and this time minus 5 minus x. Okay, so 15 minus 10 is 5, minus another 5 is nothing. Okay, so numbers disappear. Negative x is a positive x, minus x is nothing, minus an x is a positive x. So it's x that goes in there, positive x. Okay, and physics. Well, 18 people take physics, minus the 5 minus x, minus an x, minus 7 minus x. And again, all I'm doing is saying all of physics needs to add up to 18. So whatever is in here is 18 minus this, minus this, minus this. Okay, let's work that out. 18 minus 5 is 13, minus 7 is 6, and again we're going to end up with positive x. So that's going to be x plus 6, I believe. Okay, so in there it's going to be x plus 6. Now what about out here in this set? It's very easy to think, well, it doesn't tell you, but you have to read the question very, very carefully. It says, in a senior class, all 29 students take one or more. So there isn't anyone that doesn't take at least one. So this is an empty set. Okay, it's an empty set. There should be nothing in it. Okay, let's just delete some of this working out. So all that remains to do is try and work out what x is. Okay, and what we need to know is that the universal set adds up to 29 elements. So we can say that x minus 2 and I'm just going to go along the rows, plus 10 minus x, plus x, and I don't need brackets this time because I'm adding, plus 7 minus x, plus x, let's just go down a row, plus 5 minus x, plus x plus 6 plus nothing is equal to 29. Okay? Right, let's collect up x's. We've got x and a minus x. That will cancel out to nothing. X and a minus x. That will cancel out to nothing. X and a minus x, again, will cancel out to nothing. And then I'm just left with an x. So I've got x. Okay? So that's going to be nice and easy. Then I've got minus 2 plus 10 is 8. Plus 7 is 15. Plus 5 is 20. Plus 6 is 26. X plus 26 equals 29. So I think x is 3. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is put in the numbers. So I just want to check I've got it right, basically. So this should be 3. This should be 1. This should be 7. X is 3. This should be 3. This should be 4. This should be 2. And this should be 9. Let's just check all of that adds up to 29. Okay, so I've got 1 plus 7 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. Plus 4 is 15. Plus 3 is 18. Plus 2 is 20. Plus 9 is 29. So I know I got it right. Okay. Right, I hope that makes sense. If there's any problems or with solving these problems, then let me know. Happy to help. Okay.